Hello. Today we're going to be talking about FormRanger, form notifications, and the Autocrat add-on. In summary, what these notifications do is they collect information and they mail merge out that information to be an acceptable form. For example, I use these add-ons for academic referrals or for all referrals. We have about 7 referrals that I manage, and I use them for all of them, as well as use it for other things. So let me give you an example and kind of how to do this. So first and foremost, we are going to need to have a roster of information. So there is a main roster. So this right here is my main roster. And this provides all of the information for all 30 of my Google Forms. And what this has here is this has all of the student information given in different ways. So there is the whole name of the student. There's also the student's email address and the student grade, and then the students divided by grades. So this is good because in using FormRanger, when connected, FormRanger will take all of the students and depending on their grade, it will put their information into the form for when someone is signing up for something or checking into to the counseling office, or is unfortunately earning a referral. Then when the person submitting the referral clicks 9th grade, they will see just the 9th graders, and 10th grade they'll see just the 10th graders, and so on and so forth. So that is for FormRanger. For form notifications, that is a quick add-on that will send a quick notification or a quick email to whomever is in the to section to get a notice that a student has received a referral, if that's what you choose to set it up for. And then lastly is Autocrat, and Autocrat is a mail merge add-on. And so Autocrat, with that, it will take information that is inputted into a Google form, and it will put it into whatever document that you choose to have it as. So it could be a certificate of completion, or it could be a referral form, or it could be a sign-up form. There are many things that it can be used for. So in this, as the first step is to have the main roster, and it has student information, it has counselor information, where the information is the name of the counselor and also the email address of the counselor. And then there is the case manager with the same information, the name and email address. And then I have over here AP signups, because I do use this for AP signups as well. But it can be used for whatever you can use your imagination to use. It can be used for that. I actually use it for these following things. I have these 7 referrals that are active right now at my school, and all of them are set up in the way that I'm going to discuss today. And then also there is the AP signups, and the schedule change request form, scholarship tracking. And also, this is the same way that I sent all 1,300 students their individual schedules on the first day of school. And so, long story short, it's a way to get a lot of individual information out to a lot of different students. And so the first thing that we need is going to be this roster divided up in this manner. So let's say that we are creating a referral form for teachers to use. Then we just go to forms.google.com, click on the plus button to create a new Google form, and then we put in whichever information, whatever questions that we do want. But specifically when paying attention to the actual add-on, we are going to use FormRanger. And so to add the actual add-on, we go to these three dots over here, and then click add-on, type in FormRanger, and then add that onto your account. And then when we were actually using it, then we just go to this button right over here and then select FormRanger and start. And then what we do is we basically connect the subjects of the questions, or the actual questions themselves, with the information that we want to populate it with. And so you see that it is coming up. And I usually don't keep grade because I'm at a high school, so every grade is going to be 9th through 12th, and that's pretty standard. However, these yellow beakers show that it is connected to the roster. And so we have a student name, student name for the 9th through 12th graders. And when it is not connected, then it just won't have the speaker. But let's just say that I'm in the process of setting this up. Then I'm going to click on populate from range. And then I'm going to hit this plus button, which is a new range. However, because I already have done that, I'm just going to click edit, just so that it doesn't take away anything. And then I am just going to tell it exactly where to find the information that I'm looking for. So for sheet name, I'm just going to select that and make sure that it says student. And for column header, make sure that it says the 9th grade, and then it will give you a preview of the information that you are going to be populating into that section. And then I hit next, and then I have to name the range. And then I click save and populate question. And so I'm just going to exit out of that. And then once that information is there, then the information will automatically populate. So I have 4 students for each grade, but you all will probably have, 1 to 500 students per each grade. And even with the large number of students, it will take about 5 seconds or so to populate. I do repopulate everything at the beginning of the school year, and then a couple of times at the beginning of the school year, just because we are getting more and more students. And then starting in October, I do it about once a month because we are still losing and gaining students. And so it's just a lot of updates in the beginning. However, it lessens as the school year goes along. But the main thing that we need to do is to make sure that this main roster is updated. Because one thing that I did forget to point out is that for FormRanger, we can go and select automatically updated. I had that selected over here, but I just forgot to point it out. So let me do that right now to show you where it is. And so right over here, it says auto populate questions. And then, so let's just say teachers are submitting academic referrals. I have this selected because I want it to automatically populate and update for each time after a referral or whatever is submitted. And then also, if people are not submitting referrals, then I want the form to be updated at least every hour. And this is going to get all of the student, teacher, whatever information into the actual form so that it can be automatically updated. But the main thing I'm going to stress this entire video is to update the master roster that is over here. When a teacher is submitting a referral, they're going to see this. So this is the same document, but this is the teacher version of it. So let's say that they are submitting a referral, and then and this will also lead to the role that Autocrat plays in the referral system. So FormRanger will input the information of the referral into the Google form, while Autocrat will collect that information and it will create a standard form so that everybody who let's say receives a referral is going to have the same form with just the only their personal information changing. And so when a teacher is submitting a referral, they're just going to input this information. So I am a teacher and I am submitting a referral for Gregory Goyle. So then I'm going to select this information that we see here. I'm going to say Beyonce is his counselor, Eric Stevens is his case manager. And I also want to make sure that I have the emails in here, because when this referral is submitted, his counselor and his case manager will get an email of the referral. And then I also have my information over here because I want to receive the confirmation that I have submitted a referral, and also showing that that everyone got it. And then we just have what the referral is. These are, standard referral questions that, that all of the school counselors know and love. And then me as a teacher, I submit this information. So not only did I get a short confirmation on the computer screen, I am also going to get a confirmation via email. And so for the school counselor has a choice to either look at this Google Sheets form. For me as a head counselor, I just look at the Google Sheets form because I don't need to get an email for each and every academic referral. However, the school counselors do need to get an email for that, and the case managers do need to get an email for that. And so I can see that that this information shows that that we do have 2 academic referrals. And then I am looking at the second one because that was the one that we just did. So I can see here that Gregory Goyle just received an email from me, Teyanna Walker, in his EC CLOSI class. And I also can see that Eric Stevens is his case manager. And so Eric Stevens is going to get a copy of this referral as well. And so then I will be able to see what the referral says, and I will be able to see what interventions have been done to help out Gregory Goyle before this referral has even happened. And so how that is done is through Autocrat. And so to add Autocrat on is a little bit different in Google Sheets. So to add it on, we have to go to the title Add-Ons, and then we go to Get Add-Ons. And then when we are ready to use it, we just go over to Autocrat and launch. So you will see here that I have two add-ons. One is for Autocrat, one is for FormMule. They're actually owned by the same company and do basically the same thing, except for FormMule, it is kind of managed and done a little bit differently. But I personally have more experience with Autocrat, so that is just why I chose to use it for this video. And when just setting it up, it is extremely simple. And as you get used to it, setting it up will probably take on average about 10 to 15 minutes, and that's through testing and everything else. And so you see that it has a section showing what the jobs are, and you can name the actual jobs just so that you know exactly what you have set up. And then there's just 9 steps for you to do. So the first thing is to name it. Second is to connect the actual template with the document. Then you match up the column titles with the fields that are in the template, or the Word, not Word, the Google Docs template or Google Sheets, whatever form that you are using to merge. And then you go and you tell Autocrat how you want this to be saved. So how this is written means that each and every document will say academic referral dash whatever the student's name is. I do have these column titles here, and they are not separated by a space or comma because there is only one student per merge. And so if we are doing this for a 9th grader, only the 9th grade name is going to be here and nothing else. Or if it's a 12th grader, only the 12th grade name is going to be here and nothing else. And so that's why I have it that way. I also have made it so that I want all of the academic referrals to go into the academic referral folder on my drive. And then I skip step 6. And for this merge, I usually skip step 7 because all of them are going to automatically go out to the counselor and to the case manager. In real life, I actually do use step 7 for when a teacher makes a note on the academic referral saying that this has to do with attendance. And that means that not only will the counselor and the case manager get the email, but the assistant principal will get the email as well, because he goes over attendance as well. And then this last section, or second to last section, is how we set up the email to go out. And so always make it a shareable document. I am okay with making this an editable document because this is only going out to people at my school. For the individual schedules, I did not make that an editable document. I made it a view only document because I did not want kids changing their schedules because they didn't like their classes. So that's why I did that. But when it's only adults and especially for counselors, if they may need to make any notes on the document, then you just want to make it editable. And then this last section is kind of crucial in some cases. Like in the case of when I sent out the individual schedules to all of the students, I definitely wanted to make it a generic no reply email address because I did not want hundreds of kids emailing me saying that they wanted a schedule change. So when yes is selected, it will say no reply at whatever your school domain is. But if you are doing this specifically for something smaller, like just for your caseload and giving information out, then definitely say no and then put your email address as the reply to. And then in the email section, it's the same logic of we want the referrer's email address to be the to section, and we are using the titles of the columns as the field information. For if and when you're like me and you have so much going on, you forget what you have actually named your fields, you can always click over here and then it will show you what your field names are so that so you can just type them on over here. And then you are able to write in what your email is going to be. So there's the subject, and then you say whatever your piece is for the body of the email. And every single person is going to get that. So you actually can, if you wanted to, you can use the fields to personalize that even more. But for me, because I just didn't like how that looked, I didn't want to have like, dear Stevens, Eric, your student has blah, blah, blah. So I just said, hello, a student of yours has received a referral. Please click below for the information. And then this last part is how you make it so that it will send an automatic email. It's called a trigger. And so we want to select yes, we want to have it run from a trigger. This is the one that I used most of the time. I very rarely use a time trigger. But that is if we just want something to go out every hour, every 2 hours, just once a day, something like that. But you know, just the part of working at a school, we kind of want things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. So the second that this is received, I want it to go out to the appropriate places. And so we are just going to save that. And one crucial part is to always preview what we are going to be doing. So I already, this already went out, so we're not going to do preview. Let's just go and see what it looks like. This is the email that I just received from Autocrat because we just submitted the referral. And I see here that the email was sent to me and also to Eric Stevens, his case manager. And so the email says, hello, one of your students has received an academic referral. Please see the attached form and connect with the student and their family to provide support. So I say, oh, what happened with Gregory Goyle? And then I'm able to just easily click on the attachment, and then I see the information. I see that that a teacher named Teyanna Walker has submitted the referral. She is his EC Cosa teacher, and then Eric Stevens is his case manager. So I just I get the information that that I do need in regards to who is sending the referral, what happened, and why the student got the referral, and all of the standard referral information that we get. But what is most important is that all of this is on a standard form, and the teachers are going to be putting the information into a standard and easily used Google form, and also that all of the information is being saved in one place, so that the head counselor has all of this information, and then me as a academic counselor, I can say, oh wow, Greg received this this referral. So let me go, if I need to, print this out, put it in his file, and call him and call parents, and then just develop whatever plan that we need to develop. And so that is the more intense way of doing the automatic notifications. So I typically solely use Autocrat to do the automatic notifications to the counselors. But if I need, or when I actually used a quick notification, that is when I used form notifications. And so this is very easy. You get it the same way that you get all Google Forms notifications. And then when you have it, you just go and you open it up, and then you just write in an email address. It automatically puts in yours, but you can make it someone else's. So put in whatever email address in, and then send the notification for every however many responses. I typically do every one response, so that each and every response will send an automatic email to whoever's email address that I put in here, and that works pretty well. However, that just says, hey, someone submitted a form, and it doesn't give any more information or any individual information like how Autocrat does. So I use them for different situations. But 9 times out of 10, I will use Autocrat, because Autocrat does provide that extra information with having the individual the individual formatting of the information. So like always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below or send me an email at theflippedschoolcounselor@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.